As you can see with this Faith, and if you remember her essence card where they draw two less, she does like fighting. She is very good at fighting. Her butt kicking is a 4. I think the same was true of her villain card. And the fact that she can fight people at an adjacent location is kind of mean. They have to be a vampire, demon, or monster. But the villains tend to have vampire, demon, or monster. But you could, even if you're facing another hero deck, the angel is a vampire that is on the hero side. So she could take down Angel. It's one of the interesting things about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You can have two hero decks go at it. You can have two villain decks go at it. You can have up to 10 players, which is a really neat thing about it. So if you have an item that requires 2 butt kicking on someone and you want to give it to Xander, you can do that. And he doesn't have to worry about the requirements. So just be sneaky about it and give it to Xander. Because Xander's the everyman. Xander's everywhere, man. So you'd have to build your deck with companions and heroes that have a lot of talents. These are traits, these are talents. The talents are. As you can see, he doesn't have any talents. But he can steal people's talents. Which means that if you have a challenge that requires 2 spellcrafting, just get someone with spellcrafting there and get Xander to steal spellcrafting. Like, if he was with Will, he could steal spellcrafting and compute it from her. He can't steal the first one because the first one's talent is usually the vase. If you were to build a deck with Will, just based off this card alone, you'd want people that are. You would want challenges that require high smarts, and this way you could face those challenges much easier if they're adjacent to Will. This, her level up though, while its stats are arguably better because she gets an additional charm, you do need people with spellcraft to gain that ability. But it is a static ability, which means that you don't have to do anything to get the bonus, which is cool. As you can see, Buffy is a very strong fighter. Very. I think those are the same stats as Faith, actually. Exact same stats as Faith. But unlike Faith, who can teleport, she just gets better at kicking ass. Her essence wants her to fight in the resource step, in the movement step. But if you fight in the conflict step, you can fight twice with her because she won't fatigue after the first fight, which means she could fight again, which is a cool thing. She keeps the not fatigue thing, if you can see that down there. And her butt kicking goes up to 5. And she's very good at killing main characters, heroes or villains. So she's because even if your essence is a companion, it bumps it up to a hero or a villain if it's a minion. So no matter who the main character is, or the supporting hero or villain, you'll get an extra destiny point, and you need 10 to win. So she is a very similar deck build to Buffy as Faith. So I didn't get all the level 1 heroes for the corresponding level 2s, but I'm pretty sure you can take a companion and make them into a hero. But that is a lot of talents he has. Besides being human, he has 3 others, which makes sense. That is interesting. That is an interesting ability there. So Oz can defeat a challenge and then fight someone, which is interesting. Or body double. If you want to change the fight to smarts, he'd be a good body double for that. So you defeat a challenge using Oz and maybe someone else. He doesn't fatigue, and then you fight someone, change it to smart, and most likely win. Doing stuff out of turn is probably pretty powerful, hence why the Buffy Essence card does it. So I assume doing that out of turn is also pretty powerful. And also that she's not a butt kicker and she's not into weirdness, but she is smart and she is charming. Makes sense from what I've seen in season 1 and season 2. Class of 99, where they graduate, is season 3, which I am nowhere near. But seduction makes sense. And yeah, it just makes sense. I don't know what Angel's lower previous 2 level. I don't know what Angel's heals levels look like. I believe I have an Angel companion, and he would keep, and this one would have that ability. He's an all-rounded person, and without having, I can't really talk much about Angel without having his others. I don't have Oz companion, but I'm pretty sure, from what I remember, Oz is the one that is Willow's boyfriend, and also a werewolf, if I recall, from the clips I've seen of this show. So, yeah, I kind of wish I had Oz. A werewolf would be cool.